the recipient of the Chevalier of the Order of Arts and Letters from the French government in 2011, the National Medal of Arts by President Barack Obama, one of America's most brilliant singers and songwriters, James Taylor, on the line with us. Sir, welcome.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I am great, and thank you for joining us. About 3.5 or 4 years ago, January, I got a ticket to the inaugural ball at Union Station here in Washington, D.C. for President Obama, and you were there playing. It was spectacular, and I'm just curious, have you always been a supporter of President Obama, and what made you make that decision at that point in time, and where are you at now? You know, in your thoughts about why he should have another 4 years.
Well, I am a strong supporter of the president's. I just, in my experience of my life in as a citizen and being involved in politics at various times, to me, Barack Obama is really, I can't believe our good fortune at having this guy in the White House and his family. My experience of him is that he's an intelligent, compassionate public servant who, in my opinion, is really a level-headed, a real cool hand on the wheel, and a guy with a vision for the future. And to me, and also he represents to me the direction that the country should be moving in to strengthen our economy by growing the middle class, by helping people who need help, and I think we've gone far enough in the direction of helping the people at the top of the ladder. I think it's time for them to pay their fair share, and to basically strengthen America and from the heart. I get a really good feeling about this president, and I feel strongly enough about it that my wife and I have put a huge amount of time in on this campaign.
Yeah.
So.
And that's no small thing. I mean, this is a very, very solid commitment and an important one. You, if my understanding is correct, you were born and grew up in the Northeast, live in Massachusetts. Do you have any cautionary words for us about Governor Romney, or would you like to just stay on the issue of President Obama?
Well, I was raised in North Carolina, but my mom's from Massachusetts, and after my dad retired, the whole family moved back up to New England. I don't have a whole lot good to say about Mitt Romney's tenure as governor of Massachusetts, but the main thing that it seems to me as though there's a clear difference between these two men and what their take on America is. The idea that you would elect someone to run as one of the heads of the government, perhaps the most important job in the world, who doesn't believe in government, and I think the other thing that makes me worry about Mitt Romney is this is what he's been doing at Bain Capital. It just seems like such a cynical and destructive thing here in Massachusetts, in Berkshire County, where I live, at the western end of Massachusetts. We have a business. Was sort of one of the main local businesses that a lot of people in this area relied on. Was taken over by Bain Capital, loaded up with debt. It was really a going concern when they took it over, and by the time it was finished, they just collapsed under the debt and dropped all those people, into unemployment who had worked with it. It really didn't need to happen, and that's just a very local take. I've got friends who who worked their whole lives for KB Toys, the company that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just think that we don't need someone running the country who was responsible for the kind of irresponsible business practices that have sent jobs overseas and have landed us in this mess that we're in now. I think it's so clearly, Romney is so clearly the wrong direction for us to go in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sure the guy's a nice guy and a good family man and a good member of his church. I don't think he's a bad person. I just don't think he's the right man for president.
Well, and we're talking with singer-songwriter James Taylor, and there is a fundamental difference between government, we the people, collectively getting together and defining common spaces and common areas, having the commons, and doing that with ourselves, for ourselves, and the ethos of business, which is, to a certain extent, you know, I got mine and I'm going to get more kind of thing. Is there not? I mean, isn't there a fun, the idea of a constitutional scholar and instructor and versus a guy who made hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, hustling business? It seems like, to me, like a fairly stark difference. It
does. I think that above all, Barack Obama is a public servant, and really, I think we're extremely fortunate to have him as president at this time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the country did a very wise thing in choosing him.
Yeah.
And you know, against all odds. And
yes.
And I really feel as though you know, no matter who the other guy was, I would feel strongly that Barack Obama deserves a second term to complete the work that he started. You know, he had to hit the ground running. It was his first months in office were, and actually the months before he went into office, he already was working on trying to handle this credit collapse and this banking disaster that he inherited, and then the economy was losing 800,000 jobs a month. I mean, it's really. You know, he really, I believe, saved us from what could have been a much worse situation, mm-hmm. which is not to deny how hard it is on many Americans. Mm-hmm. I understand the why a lot of people would say, well, you know, things aren't good for me. You know, we want to change, but I think the fact is that Barack Obama has done as much as anyone possibly could have to soften the blow of the disaster that hit us early in his first term. And I definitely believe in the guy and am doing everything that I can to support him.
Yeah, and I think many of us are concerned that if we end up with somebody whose worldview, at least economic worldview, is the same as George W. Bush's in the White House, that would be Mitt Romney, that we're going to end up with the same economic outcome that George W. Bush, you know, dumped in our laps and in President Obama's lap.
Positively, you know, I think it's going to turn around. It really is. The question is, what direction do we take it when it does? Do we empower our middle class? Do we make jobs that stay here in the United States? Do we work on our infrastructure, our health care, and for everyone, and our education for our young people, so that we can stay competitive into the future? You know, these are the things that the strengths that maybe it's not terribly exciting stuff, but this is the stuff that the country is made of. And you know, I really feel as though Barack Obama is a president for all the people, not just the people who can be tricked into supporting a candidate, and it seems to me as though the Republicans and Mitt Romney at this point are all about entitling the people who don't need any help. They're already at the top of the heap. You know, they need to pay their fair share. They need to help. We need to help the people who need help in this country and in this economy. I know there are some people who say that's not the job of government, but I believe that it is. I believe that government can make a positive difference in people's lives. And for God's sakes, I certainly don't want to elect someone to be the most important person in government in this country and possibly in the world who doesn't believe in government.
Right.
You know,
that
seems crazy to me.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and it's a brilliant point. James Taylor, it is a pleasure and an honor to speak with you, and love your music too. I gotta say.
Oh, thanks a lot. Well, you know, I'm not a political scientist. I'm not an expert. I don't have a degree in government. I'm a citizen, but I think that it's our duty as citizens, our minimum duty of citizens of this democracy, is to participate in choosing our leaders and to really have pay close attention to who these people are and what their plan is for the future.
Amen. Very, very well said. James Taylor, thanks so much. JamesTaylor.com, by the way, the website. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
We'll be back.